location. Can you go take a look?
Kang surveillance drones up.
My fellows are in dire need of rescue. Might I request your aid? The effects of Ragnarok and this villainous plot by Kang has left Asgard in a state of ruin. My attempts to inspire or goad them into jumping have failed, but there must be some way to influence them. Sure didn't need that to happen. Nothing's gonna stand in my way today.
My legs seem to have taken the form of a wobbling, dessert-like substance. Doctor Strange. My legs! They move on their own. Well, I trust they know what they do.
What sorcery is this? Apologies. In my line of work, one easily becomes wary of magic, but needs must.
I'd say Xandar's actually looking pretty good, considering.
Excuse me, do you have a moment?
Who decided to put our...
It's admirable how many... Oh, thank you. I can sense a few people in this area affected by extreme negative emotion. Let's start looking for them.
Oh no.
By the power of the...
Perhaps I should have mentioned this earlier, but while I'm with you, the sources of negative emotions will also appear on your radar. That should help us search. I think we're close to someone who needs our help. Can you see who it is? I just need to get...
I miss my old view of the mountains. But what if we never go home? I might never see it again.
I'm sorry. Could I bother you for a moment?
What is it? Huh? You know, maybe ugly was a bit harsh on this view. It's definitely different, but I could get used to it. And no one can take away my memories of the old view. I should definitely start sleeping in another room, though. Those lights might be not ugly, but they are not helpful when you're trying to get to sleep.
Do you have a problem with constant Kree invasions? Then why not sign up for a crash course in the ancient martial arts?
Why did I...
Looks like we helped that person adopt a different perspective. Shall we move on?
Oh, man, oh, man. I wish I was at home instead of this crazy place.
Excuse me, this will only take a moment.
Huh? Hey, what are you... Oh, hey, I suddenly feel really peaceful. And was the view always this good? I could stay out here all day.
That crazy fashion designer was ranting about something.
What can I say? I just like making dudes fight scorpions. Always have, always will. It's not like those guys.
Here, let me help you.
Don't hurt me! Oh, I don't know what you just did, but I feel amazing. I guess the odd crazy person doesn't mean there aren't still good people like you around. I should probably go and apologize to Frank for screaming faker at him earlier. Huh? Maybe later.
Shall we see who else?
It really isn't here, is it? The only place I ever truly belonged, and that stupid Kang didn't include it in his... Now I don't know where I belong.
Excuse me, can I just... I think you have something on you.
What? Where? I don't see anything. Huh. You know, I've just realized that this place has a coffee shop almost identical to my old one. I can just belong there until this whole thing blows over. And maybe this place won't have an annoying laptop lady in there all the time. We get it. You're a writer or something.
I'm no longer sensing any of the negative emotions I was before. We did it. The effect of my power may only be... Sorry, I must sound like an advert for herbal remedies. At least, that's what Star-Lord normally tells me. Anyway...
Interesting. I wonder if there is mention of this in the Book of Vishanti.
You seen that superhero supply store? Lady who runs it always seems to be in some sort of trouble. Yes.
Come on, Guardians. How long does it take to go home?
Kang spies with his digital eye something beginning.
Life sure is great.
Nova Corps is always happy to help a noble cause, even if we are stretched a little thin right now. Providing the refreshments for Quill's, as you can imagine. Wonderful. Remember, Quill is a Terran, so you might want to try and find some of that junk food young people seem to be so fond of.
Come on, Guardians. How long?
I'll show them. I'll show them all.
You. I have need of your services. Dangerous. I hope some brave guard before it eats somebody.
That Lemurian guy in the...
This is quite the conundrum.
Chronopolis is full of food, but not all of it could be considered party food. Well, I can't imagine they'll be running out of food at this rate. Now, where did my assistant put that invitation? Did I even get an invitation? Maybe it's time I start opening up those messages I keep receiving. They can't all be spam. On behalf of the Nova Corps, we'd like to express our profound gratitude for your help in these catering matters.
Huh?
I shall see you at the event. Possibly.
Interesting. I wonder if there is mention of this in the Book of Vishanti.
Fake news reports are being circulated.
Something tells me that story doesn't end here. Let's wrap this saga up in a Gwenpool mission.